Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name is Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Woo! Oh,
it's about all you can say.
Oh, man. It's windy out there. Holy
yeah.
smokes.
It's a bit breezy.
But that rain with it earlier. I don't know if it's raining right now. We measured the first time this morning, and I thought I'll just go out and get the container and bring it in. And it was like, I was so glad it wasn't snowing, because it was like really hitting you hard with those winds out of the northwest at 20 up to 40 and 50 miles per hour already this morning. And the wind advisory, wind warning actually, in effect until 7 o'clock tonight. They're talking about it 50 and 60 this morning, and then calming down to 50 mile per hour winds this afternoon.
Oh, good. All right.
Yeah. And then tapering off as we go into the evening. So
That's
hopefully that will help some of the football contests out there. And
yeah,
I'm really concerned, and I'm sure other people are watching the corn right now. I don't know that much about it, but I got to believe with 4 or 5 inches of rainfall and then winds right with it, it's going to stress that crop out there a little bit. So we hope it doesn't push any of that down. That would be a shame. And that's going to be a while before they get back in, because everybody's talking about 3, 4, 5 inches. We picked up 420 here. The airport had 460, I believe, or a little more than that with their final measurement this morning. And I've heard of other folks measuring over 5 and a lot of 4s. That's a lot of rain in a short period of time.
Yeah, I saw I don't know what to say. I still call it Twitter. It may or may not be, but I saw a tweet, is what I'm going to say, from the National Weather Service, I believe it was, in North Platte, saying that talking about the rainfall here in Broken Bow and saying it's a record.
Well, I imagine so.
For most rainfall in a day in the month of October.
Well, and it just really got with it. What time was it? It was raining. We got about 1100 yesterday morning.
Yeah, it kicked in.
And then after 7, it really kicked in.
Yeah, right after Brent said it's currently misting outside during the noon weather.
That's what it was?
Yes, I did I went out and measured the rain at noon. We had 4 100ths between 7 and noon. And then I do the currents, and I always look like 1 or 2 minutes right before noon, you know. And so at that time, there was just a mist in the air straight up noon. And so I announced that on the radio, and I come out of the studio about 5 minutes later, and it's pouring.
That's what I heard you guys talking.
And so I'm like, well, I sure hope it didn't start pouring until after I said it was misting. So, but yeah, right at that noon hour is when it kind of got going, and it went for a while, didn't it?
And I noticed at the airport, I don't have that in front of me now, was looking at the chart, and there was 1 hour, I think, from 1 hour to the next, picked up like 286. I mean, that's how fast that came down, hard and fast. And then on either side of that hard rain, you had that slow, steady rain. And yeah, I'm sure there's some records broke, because October, you typically don't get those kinds of rains and that much rain in that short period of a time. And there was some flash flood warnings out and some advisories and so forth for different portions of our listening area. And the streets in Broken Bow turned into streams.
Boy, that Highway 2 right there by Nebraska State Bank's location and Sylvester's and right in that area. Boy, the pictures of that, yeah. I mean, you didn't even know where the road was.
Right. And we did receive a call from David Smith yesterday, the city administrator, asking people not to go out there. He said, we kind of talked just briefly because he was in, a rush, as you would be with all the things going on because of power outage and everything along with that. He says, I don't know, if we announce this, there's some people that will just want to go see it. I said, I know.
Take
Dave.
Pictures to put on Facebook.
I know, Dave.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder than it used to be. People used to kind of stay away when you asked them to. I mean, most people do. There's always the ones who are curious and say, my vehicle will be okay. And I think everybody got along all right, but you can flood them out. Even today's vehicles will flood out on you, and then you cause problems for emergency vehicles and utility vehicles that are trying to get things going. So when authorities ask, it'd be nice if we would follow their instructions because it's for a reason. But it looked weird out there. I've seen that before, and I know a lot of other people have. What was it, 3 or 4 years ago we had one like that.
Yeah.
And I remember Runza had water in their front lobby, because there was water there, and when the people would go by, it would cause a wake.
Yeah.
And that started slopping in, like you would on a lake. And it actually pushed water even more into some of those buildings that time around. And I know at that time the temporary library was being used, and it's a block deep off of the highway, and they had water flooding in that. So it happens.
Yep.
And that one was more of a gusher that washed everything down from the south to north. It just ran in, like to drain right into the highway. This is more general everywhere. But we hope that you're all out there and all okay today. We know that every community has its own story, what the streets look like, and what happened. The utilities here worked on getting power back. I think some of the businesses actually closed yesterday because they knew they weren't going to get power back before closing time. And the utilities, I was told by David Smith, were waiting for the water to recede so they could work on the substation that was having a problem, but there was portions of it that were underwater, and they couldn't work safely on it until the water receded. So, it was a weird day. And because of that weather, some things have been moved around, including the football game.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we got a busy day today.
Yeah.
It became really busy today. Yes, we had planned to go cover the Arcadia Loup City Nebraska Christian football game, which was originally scheduled for last night, but because of the weather situation, they decided to postpone the game and move it to this afternoon. So Arcadia Loup City and Nebraska Christian will be kicking off at 2 o'clock today. Fortunately, they've set the game time early enough to where we can still work it in. So Mr. Crawley and I are going to drive over to Loup City, and we'll have the Arcadia Loup City Nebraska Christian football game on the radio for you on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com. And then we'll hop in a car, we'll get back to Broken Bow, and we'll do Broken Bow and Ord for you tonight. Can't wait for that. Going to be a great game, and we will have it for you tonight over on KCNI 96.3 FM and KCNI1280.com. Kickoff at 7 o'clock. Pre-game show brought to you by Custer Federal State Bank will start at 6. And then the other crew, Larry and Jeremy, will be going over to Callaway tonight. We'll have South Loup against Anselmo Myrna. Great area matchup for us in our 8-man area game of the week. And we'll have that for you tonight on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com. Kickoff at 7. Consolidated pregame show at 6.
All right. Yes, another busy day. It's going to be busy anyway, but now we've added another game today. But fortunately, as you say, that they laid it in the afternoon where we can get it done. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, and Brent likes going back to his old hometown.
Oh,
so
you bet.
I'll look forward to that. That'll be fun.
Might be a little wet.
Could be.
I don't know.
I don't know. The wind may dry things out. I don't know.
Or blow the goalposts over. I don't know. Let's see. Lori Holman sent in east of Westerville. They got an inch 80.
And that's something.
Yeah, so that shows you how varied it can be. Gary Geiselman says, good morning, Dave and Brent. He measured 5.09 on 13th Avenue yesterday afternoon here in Broken Bow. And I heard some fives, Gary, so you're right in the ballpark there. And a lot of times for us out here, we have a container provided by the National Weather Service. We take the top off so we can collect as much as we can. It's bigger than a coffee can. But a lot of times if the wind's blowing sideways, I really don't think we catch it all. But yesterday wasn't that windy until later on. So we had that 420 total, but we had 3900ths before that. So, that's a lot of rain.
Yeah.
Not halfway through October yet. But, yeah, if you want, folks, go to the Facebook and drop us Sandhills Express, our videos on, and you can drop us a line if you'd like to tell us how much you had. But Gary measured just over 5 inches, and Lori an inch 80 east of Westerville. And hopefully didn't wash anything away.
Mm-hmm.
This is Friday the 13th.
Yes, I know.
Before we get into that, I want to thank the crew for taking the time. I don't know when they did this, come out during the nighttime hours, and I don't know. But anyway, they knew I wasn't going to be around for my birthday, and they went to the effort to decorate the studio today for my birthday. And yes, I will be 70 on the 15th of October. It seems weird to even say that, to be honest with you. And Jeremy's shy. But look at Jeremy. He's already got his stocking cap on. He's ready for cold weather.
I know I was trying to figure out what all to pack clothing-wise for the football games this afternoon and tonight. I think I just grabbed everything that I own, just not knowing what it's going to be like today.
Yeah, the last time we were in Callaway was the first game of the season when Larry and I, it was like 100 and...
Yes.
It was the game they had to delay.
Right.
Because of the heat. It was 107 degrees out that day. And Larry and I just set up in the stands there. And I think Heath over at Callaway, in anticipation of us being there, he emailed me and said, bring what you got to bundle up. He's going to have us set up where we were last time in the stands. So it's going to be cold. And I'm going to bring everything that will not allow wind to penetrate. And Larry is not getting stats out of this color guy tonight. I can tell you that. My hands are going to be in my armpits up in the stands. And if anyone going to that game in Callaway tonight, don't be shy. We can huddle.
Okay. Well, maybe Ken Pickwan will come over and give you a nice warm hug.
Yeah.
There you go.
Good. The precipitation is supposed to stop falling, though, right? Does it just turn to wind eventually?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's kind of dropping
we can
off.
combat that and bundle up for that, but when you start with equipment and...
I don't think it's supposed to be raining by then. I think this morning, and then the winds are going to pound on us all day. But by this evening, it's supposed to back down quite a bit. But I don't know. Probably, normally 15 to 30 mile an hour winds are kind of bothersome. But if it gets that low at that time of the day, this time around, we'll be happy for that. So
yeah. Okay. Yeah. I got a call from Jeff Denson at Team PT.
Yes.
He wanted us to just mention real quick that their phones are down at Team PT right now, and if anyone has any changes they need to make to an appointment, or if they need to make an appointment or something like that, they can call his cell number, which is 870-3196.
3196.
Yes.
All right. That's kind of a pain, but you can get through that way. Not a pain for you to call that number, but a pain for them at the clinic. So 870-3196.
Yes, I'm sure at this point they're just happy to be not underwater over there on that side of town,
or have the electricity on. Yeah,
that too.
Yeah. Thanks to the crews who got that fixed. I'm sure that wasn't easy under the conditions, and with the submerged electronic equipment, I would not be touching it either.
No.
So you got to wait for it to be safe. All right, you're headed down the road.
To Gibbon.
Yeah, to Gibbon to get scared on this Friday the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe find a place to hide in the trees.
Yeah, or inside. If it's as windy there as it is here, it's going to put a challenge on the microphones and stuff. So we'll see if we can find a little angle.
I would find a building if you can. But you're going to be broadcasting, and that will be, what time are we doing that? Does it say here? Do you know?
I just know when I needed to leave in order to be on the air in time. To be honest, I don't know when it is.
That says 8:30.
Okay.
Yep, 8:30. We'll be flexible today, though. I think we can be flexible.
Okay.
So, yeah, drive safe and stay warm tonight. Stay warm today. Are you going to go through the scary part or the little kids part?
I'd prefer the little kids part, honestly, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. They added that, so now the whole family can go, and those who want to get spooked and scared can, and the little ones can have fun too.
I see that they've got a really good ticket deal going on today as well, and I kind of want to ask about that. It's today only, and you can kind of buy tickets for the season at a super discounted rate. So we'll see if we can learn a little bit about that as well.
All right, very good, very good. School lunch menus. Do you have yours available, Brent? Because I
do.
don't have mine ready.
Yes.
Thanks, Jeremy.
We'll get started by going to Sargent first, where will be featuring a chicken sandwich, chips, baked beans, fruit cup, milk, and salad bar at Sargent today.
Prairie Pioneer Center today is chili, cottage cheese, and cornbread. Call them at 872-6121. Let them know you're coming.
Cozad today showing a choice of Meat Lover's Pizza, quesadilla, and popcorn chicken munchable on the menu today at Cozad.
This just in from Ken Pitkin.
Yes?
Ken says, I think Gene Sneringer will be there to huddle.
Oh, nice.
And cuddle.
There you go. There's no warmer personality than Gene Sneringer.
Don't build him up too much. We already owe him.
Oh, yeah. Well, if they're going to see Gene tonight, do you want me to send the talent check with them for Gene helping with girls golf? I know he was kind of wondering about that.
He's going to have to come in and get on his knees and beg for that one. And Selma Myrna Public Schools today. Fresh glazed chicken over rice, cheese pizza, Uncrustable cheese and cracker platter, vegetables, fruit, and milk at Anselmo Myrna.
Gothenburg today showing made fresh glazed chicken over rice, corn dogs, fresh baked Italian turkey sub, and made fresh pepperoni pizza. Some of your choices at Gothenburg.
You know, I don't know how a person could do that.
Do what?
Like what Gene is doing. He was not asked. He was not asked to help with our broadcast.
No.
And he just did. Now he expects payment for it?
Exactly. I can't believe that someone
What kind of person would do that?
I can't believe someone would think of such a thing. You know, it's kind of like someone just showing up to mow your yard and then sending you a bill afterwards, even though you never asked them to actually mow your yard.
Oh,
I can't believe that someone would even think of such a thing.
Now, wait a minute. That's not the same thing.
Yeah,
Today at Callaway, they're having hot ham and cheese sandwiches.
Let's go to Thetford Public Schools today. Hamburger gravy over mashed potatoes, beets, dinner roll, veggie fruit bar, and milk at Thetford Public School.
Ansley's featuring meatloaf, fruit, vegetables, and milk.
At Broken Bow today, made fresh glazed chicken over rice, Pizza Hut pizza, fresh baked zesty combo sub. The grill station combo today is the spicy chicken sandwich basket at Broken Bow.
Sandhill School at Dunning, pizza, chips, and dessert.
And at SEM today, pizza quesadillas are on the menu today at Sumner Eddyville Miller.
Litchfield. At Litchfield, they're enjoying chicken nuggets today. And do I have another one here? I do. Arnold Schools. They're having sandwich, is what it says here. Doesn't give any other descriptions, but I'm sure it's delicious. It probably will have some butter and cheese and ham and lettuce and tomato, whatever kind of sandwich. They're going to have it at the Arnold School. Sandwiches, fruit, vegetables, and milk.
Sounds good.
All right. Again, Team Physical Therapy's phones are down this morning, and Jeff Denson has a number you can call if you have any questions, you need anything done, any business to do. Call 870-3196, 870-3196 for Team Physical Therapy until further notice, because they'll have to have those phones worked on. All right, it is Friday the 13th, and I didn't really think about this. I think we read this a year ago. Well, not a year ago. The last time it was Friday the 13th.
Okay.
There's a lot of different theories on why people get spooky on the 13th of, when it lands on a Friday. It doesn't have anything to do with Halloween. I mean, this happens every once in a while, right? So there's a clinical name for people who have a paranoia about the 13th landing on a Friday. I don't want to try to pronounce that because it's about as long as my arm. But the last part of it is phobia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it has also, some people think it was also to do with something about the Last Supper with 13 people there. I don't know why that would be. Then there's the clinical name, which ends in phobia. And then there's the actual fact that every year businesses, especially airlines, experience losses because of the superstition of people not wanting to travel or make deals on Friday the 13th. When we rearrange the letters, 13 letters plus 2, it spells weird.
Come again?
When rearranged, the 13 letters of 11 plus 2 also spells 12 plus 1. Weird.
Huh. Wow. Okay.
I don't get that. But, ladders, black cats, Friday the 13th. But Friday the 13th actually does affect our economy.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. More notes in.
Those are to give away.
Oh, to give away. All right. Gotcha. Thank you.
Oh,
okay.
We'll have some giveaways today.
Yeah, the Missoula Children's Theater's coming to the area here
Right on.
soon, and so we'll be telling you a little bit more about that later in the show.
Okay. Well, I'm glad it's not another phone outage. That'll be more fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, Friday the 13th doesn't mean a thing to me. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I don't really get into it. It's just another day. Because I've had days that are not, well, like, quite frankly, Tuesday the 9th or, Monday the 4th or whenever it lands. It can be just as rough of a day for me as Friday the 13th.
I think a lot of people know that feeling. So anyway, happy Friday the 13th to you. It's also National Breast Cancer Awareness Day, which is very important. Nearly 250,000 Americans are diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer that eventually invades all areas of the body on particular kinds of breast cancer. So take a minute today to learn how to check and see your doctor on an annual basis. And by the way, ladies are not the only ones who get breast cancer. So if you find something suspicious, most cancer can be treated if it's caught early enough. And we have quite a number of businesses this month that have been promoting that on the air, Breast Cancer Month, and we appreciate their help there. Also, it's the U.S. Navy's birthday today. Continental Navy was created 248 years ago today. Back then, we only had 2 ships.
Yeah.
We've grown since then. All right, you want to play the game?
Yeah, let's do that. We're asking questions about Walt Disney movies, in particular songs that have been a part of Disney movies. When you think about Disney movies, it just seems like there's always a song. You know what I'm saying? In Disney movies. So here's your question for today. You'll be in my heart. Do you remember that song? Okay. Well, it's sung better in the movie than what I just did. But it is sung by the gorilla mother to her human baby in what Disney movie? Is it The Lion King, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Treasure Island, or Tarzan? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
No, there ain't nothing like
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Just want to let you know that I love the show.
I love what you guys are doing in the morning. It makes my day so much better.
KCNI, KBBN Radio.
Varney Health Mart in Broken Bow invites you to one of their upcoming flu shot clinics. It's as simple as walking through the door just off the square in Broken Bow. The high dose for those ages 65 and older is available, as well as the regular dose. No appointment is necessary. The next flu shot clinic is Tuesday the 17th, with many more scheduled in the future if you can't make it. Flu shot clinics at Varney Health Mart, Broken Bow. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
October is one of our favorite months at Team Physical Therapy because it's National Physical Therapy Month. October is focused on promoting the benefits of physical therapy, the importance of movement in our everyday lives, and overall wellness. Team Physical Therapy offers many therapies to help. Stop by one of our locations in Broken Bow, Burwell, Callaway, Gothenburg, and Kearney, or call 872-5111. Here's to the month of celebrating physical therapy from Team Physical Therapy.
And again, the phone number to use to call Team Physical Therapy is 870-3196 until they get their phone system back up and operating. We have Kenna on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for waiting on us. Appreciate it. How's your day going?
Not too bad. Got blown into work today, though.
Yeah, didn't we all?
I guess so. Did you get wet, too?
Yeah, I usually walk. I'm only 2 blocks from my house, so.
Oh, wow. Yeah, well, want to be careful out there today. There could be some things flying through the air for a while today, but hope you get along okay. Here's Brent with your question.
Okay, what song, or this song, You'll Be in My Heart, was sung by the gorilla mother to her human baby in what Disney movie? Was it The Lion King, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Treasure Island, or Tarzan?
Tarzan.
Yes, of course, it was Tarzan. And because you've answered correctly, we've got for you a certificate that's going to get you a free personal pan pizza, one topping at Pizza Hut in Broken Bow. So come on out and see us when you can.
Great. Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you.
Have a great weekend.
You too.
All right. Kenna, our winner today. It's good to have you aboard. Again, before I forget, I don't want to not thank the crew for the wonderful decorations here in the studio and the Snickers and the box with the number 70 on it, and the big 70 behind me with happy birthday. Appreciate it very much. I'm looking at that 70 and thinking, is that really happening, 70? But I'm so lucky because at 70, other than mental health, I have no real problems. Physically, at 70, I feel like I'm still in good shape. So I might be around for a while. I don't know, but anyway, I appreciate that. And you never know day to day what's going to happen. But today's a good day. Thanks to the crew very much. Go ahead.
I just want to quickly say this crew appreciates you. So happy birthday.
Well, thank you very much. We'll take a time out and we'll catch up on some news next.
Sure, we've been scaring the bejeebers out of you at Knee-Knocker Woods for 10 years now, and this season, Grandpa Grim's got more than ever for you. More terrifying trails and mazes, more Halloween skill games, more monstrous eats, plus screaming lickety-split accelerated escape rooms, and backed by popular demand, the Flaming Jack-O-Lanterns. Knee-Knocker Woods in Gibbon is open every weekend in October. Pick up your discount coupon at Pump and Pantry. Get your tickets now at KneenKnockerWoods.com.
what waits in the woods.
When remodeling a space in your home, it can be tough to choose what product you want. But choices also ensure you are ending up with exactly what you were looking for. At Ansley Lumber and Supply, offering choices is key. For example, countertops, Cambria quartz, granite, laminate, installation with digital templates and fabrication. Cabinetry choices are numerous, as well as the plumbing and electrical supplies you need to get power and water where they should be. Ansley Lumber and Supply. Visit them in downtown Ansley.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News special report. U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is in Tel Aviv this morning, where he's just accused Hamas fighters of taking evil to another level from Islamic jihadists. Austin pledging ironclad support for Israel in the 7-day-old war after a meeting with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
Hamas does not speak for the Palestinian people or their legitimate hopes for dignity, security, and statehood and peace alongside Israel.
The UN is urging Israel to rescind a new order for a mass evacuation of northern Gaza ahead of a presumed ground invasion. The BBC's Tom Bateman.
Clearly, it is completely impossible for 1.1 million people to move and leave their homes within that period of time. You'd be talking about 40,000 people per hour.
UNICEF says 447 children have been killed in Gaza over the past week. Total death toll in the war tops 2,800. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
In Nebraska news, 2 people are in custody following an assault of a Hastings man overnight Wednesday. Hastings Police Captain Ray Lee Van Winkle said shortly before midnight, police were dispatched to a parking lot in the 800 block of South Burlington where a Hastings man was assaulted by 2 men. Captain Van Winkle said one suspect brandished a knife while the other grabbed the victim's neck and choked him. Witnesses called 911 when the assault was taking place, but the 2 men left the area before first responders arrived. They were later located and taken into custody. Dylan Nelson, age 19, of Hastings, was arrested for 3rd-degree assault, terroristic threats, and use of a weapon to commit a felony, while Nathan Kelly, age 30, of Omaha, was arrested for 3rd-degree assault, terroristic threats, strangulation, and Adams County warrant. As for the victim, he was taken to Mary Lanning Health Care with non-life-threatening injuries.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Kevin Wire.
Major League Baseball, NLDS, Game 4. The Phillies over the Braves, 3-1, and they win this series 3-1. Nick Castellanos going deep twice for Philadelphia. Trey Turner also contributing a solo home run. The Phillies advance to play the Arizona Diamondbacks in the NLCS that'll begin on Monday evening. As for the Braves, they had 104 wins, so it ends in disappointing fashion. They join the Orioles and Dodgers as 100-win teams to get eliminated in the Division Series. Thursday night football, Chiefs outlast the Broncos 19-8. Harrison Butker responsible for 12 of the 19 points for the Chiefs. He was 4-4 on field goals. A couple of college games, including that thriller in Houston. The Cougars playing West Virginia, and after the Mountaineers took the lead with just 12 seconds to go, the Cougs winning on a Hail Mary from Donovan Smith to Stephon Johnson, and they beat the Mountaineers 41-39.
Here's a look at your weatherology forecast. For today, a high wind warning continuing. Any lingering showers wrapping up early in the day, otherwise cloudy and very windy, with our temperatures fairly steady in the 40s. Winds out of the northwest at 30 to 40 miles per hour. Then for tonight, mostly cloudy, a low of 37. North and northwest winds 20 to 30. And for Saturday, looking to stay dry up to 49. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Caro.
It's true, many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than preparing for retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, I agree, and I'd like to help. I'm Edward Jones Financial Advisor Tim McCaslin.
And I'm Edward Jones Financial Advisor Janet Lawhorn.
Together, we can give your long-term retirement strategy the attention it deserves. Stop by our office on the north side of the square in Broken Bow or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Just barely holding on to 41 and 42 degrees right now under a cloudy sky, kind of bouncing between 41 and 42. And the winds are bouncing between 20 and 50 miles per hour out of the northwest. Barometric pressure is also bouncing around this morning. It's been up, down, and everywhere. It's at 29.74 and rising right now. Humidity at 91%. High temperature yesterday was 59. That was in the early afternoon. And then I believe by 5 o'clock it was like 48 or something like that. So it really cooled off as we went through the afternoon as that front came through. And this morning it was 42 when we got here, and still right around that same temperature. So our overnight low was 42. Sunset today is at 7:02. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:49. And here at the KCNI KBBN studios, we measured up 4 inches and 20 hundredths precipitation from 7 o'clock yesterday morning to 7 o'clock this morning. We had 1100s in the 24-hour period before that, and we had some earlier rains around a quarter inch. So we're at 4 inches and 59 hundredths for the month. And we know that some of you picked up 5 inches yesterday, and some of you a couple inches here and there. It does vary, but hopefully you will not have water in the basement out of all of this. Let's just hope for the best on that, and hopefully that corn stays up today with those winds pounding on it at 50-plus miles per hour. We could see gusts up to 60 today. And it's possible you'll see some fog this morning, some more mist, and some more rain, and then hopefully that'll move out and the winds will eventually die down. I wanted to go back to something you said. Now, you know, it's not apples to apples. Gene Sneringer took upon himself at the state tournament, the girls' Class C state tournament, which, oh, by the way, Broken Bow won the state championship.
Fourth year in a row.
Something
that's never been done before in Class C.
Right. Which he witnessed, and I think he worked with some of the girls, some of the golfers, because he does some coaching. We also have a state champion that I believe he may have touched bases with once in a while.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, Cameron Johnson won the individual gold medal.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's done some good things. Don't get me wrong. Whether he's charged those people for that, I don't know. But he didn't really ask about providing information for the coverage because he was allowed out on the course, correct?
Well, yeah.
And you were not because you're media, and they don't like media.
Well, I was allowed on the course as long as I wasn't, like, talking and reporting.
Oh, I see. So they do like media. They just don't want you to talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was, yes, they were. And by the way, they were extremely kind and nice to me at Lake Maloney Golf Club. So thank you for that. Yes, it was a great experience. But yes, I'm not, you know, they don't really want you out on the course as a, you know, radio person, like talking to kids or something when the round is going on, obviously, and all of that stuff. So,
sure.
But yeah, I was out on the course here and there watching, you know, players play when I could. So, but Gene was actually out there walking with groups and watching the players play. Yes.
All right. Did he talk to you? Did you guys sign a contract? Was there any agreement before he started providing information to you via his Twitter account?
No contract or anything was signed as far as paper is concerned. I don't. Here's kind of the way it went down. Gene texted me and told me that he was coming to North Platte, and so he said, I'll touch base with you when I get there, and I'll see what you need, or, you know, how I can help. But basically, so he came, and he found me there outside the club, and we visited, and he just said, you know, I'm here to watch the girls, and I'm going to go out on the course, and would you like me to text you some updates, you know, with what I'm seeing? I'm like, that would be fantastic. I would love that. Thank you very, very much. That would be a big help. And so that's basically what he did. I do want to say I got to be honest, I'm kind of on Gene's side here because it was phenomenal at the end of the tournament when you had the final group coming down the stretch. It was really tight for the individual gold medal with Olivia Lovegrove of Lincoln Christian, Cameron Johnson of Broken Bow. And Cameron actually parred the 17th. She was a shot behind going to number 17. She gained that shot on 17 with a par. And so Gene was able to let me know immediately that they were tied coming to the 18th hole. We were actually live on the air when all of that was happening. So if and the NSAA had not posted the score on 17 yet. So thanks to Gene, I was able to report to everybody that headed to the 18th hole, they were tied. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known.
Okay. All right.
So there you go.
So my phone is buzzing.
Really? I wonder who's contacting you.
Looks like it must be from Gene himself.
Okay, all right.
Brent did not understand the terms.
See, this is like the story of my life now. I don't understand terms. You know, I've got a guy who comes over and mows my yard without necessarily being asked to, but I'm thinking, oh, well, this very kind, generous person came over out of the goodness of his heart and mowed my yard. What an amazing person. What an amazing neighbor I have. And then a few days later, I get a bill for over $700 for coming over and mowing my yard. And now this very kind, wonderful gentleman approaches me in North Platte, Nebraska during the Girls State Golf Tournament. And I'm thinking he's coming forward to say, Brent, can I help you in any way? All right? And I'm thinking, boy, we have such nice people in this area. Nice people that we have come to know, through working here at the radio station.
Go on, get it out. Get it out.
And so I'm thinking, here's another nice person that just wants to help Brent. And now here we are talking about this person apparently thinking that what he did on Tuesday now deserves financial reward. Unbelievable. I think people are just taking advantage of me. I think that is what this is about.
Brent, we can't spend as much time as we need to get this solved. I think the counseling you need is going to take a little bit more time. But here's the thing. I just don't think you understand business. And you just heard Gene Sneringer. He said, you owe me. Brent did not understand the terms. You hinted that you wanted your yard mowed to me, so I went and mowed it. You're not understanding how
I think I just hinted that it need mowed. I don't know if I hinted that someone else had to do it. I was kind of hinting to myself that I needed to get out there and get it done. And then I just show up one night after work, and it's like it's been mowed. I'm like, wow, who did that? What a kind person. And then a bill for over $700. Well, and now basically the same thing's happening with Sneringer. Shows up at the Girls State Golf Tournament, wants to help out, follow the kids, let me know what's happening. What a nice guy. And now he wants financial reward.
But here's the thing.
Unbelievable.
And Casey is here. Good morning, Casey.
Good morning.
Just one last point on this, and then we'll talk to Casey, because she has lots of things she wants to talk about. What has taken place here is that it happens often, and I've mentioned this when we've debated this before. I'm a professional lawn mowing person. I sharpen knives for a living, and I mow lawns. That's my business I'm going to do when I retire. Gene Sneringer is a coach. That's what he does for a living. And so when you ask a person who is a professional in their field to help them, expect to get a bill.
A few things on this. Number one, Brent never remembers asking anybody anything.
There's your problem.
These individuals approached me.
It's just, it kind of alludes to, Casey, my lawn sure is long over there, and I just don't have time. I'm doing all this sports and everything. I wished I could get my lawn mowed.
I would like to say one more thing on this in regards to state golf. I find it interesting, with what we're talking about. Brent was there in a true working capacity, right? Okay? Brent had to buy his own hot dog in order to have something to eat at noon.
I give you a credit card. If you don't know how to use it, that's your own fault. Casey?
Yeah, that's true. You did.
Had I known that, I would have bought Brent a hot dog.
Don't do it. He'll probably...
We had pizza, Brent.
Seriously? Where did you guys get pizza
My
at?
brother-in-law went and picked up pizza at the Turn.
Oh,
it was
man,
the best thing
I didn't
ever.
know that.
How many years of golf, and we've never thought of that before?
Yeah, that's true.
Did you tell Dave the story about my sister?
I don't know if I...
You might not remember this. So my sister she lives in Denver now, and she doesn't get back to this area very often.
Mm-hmm.
And she came to watch them state meet. And she pulled into the parking lot, and she goes, is that car says KBBN, KCNI, KBBN. And I said, yeah, they're here. They cover the girls' golf team. And she goes, oh, is David J. Purney here?
Oh, jeez.
You're famous.
Wow. Well, it makes me feel good, especially since I'm turning 70 this weekend.
Well, yeah, I see.
Yeah.
But we were standing right next to Brent, and then I felt bad.
Oh, see, but backing up just a little bit, did you kind of hear what happened just right there with that question you asked, Brent? Did you remember about my sister? And he didn't remember it?
Well,
do you think he remembers asking or hinting to have his lawn mowed or having Gene Sneringer send him information from out on the course? Do you kind of get the theme here?
Now I'm on Brent's side here, so
thank you.
I can't.
I've been getting
confirm
taken
or
advantage
deny.
of, right?
I think so.
Exactly. Because I'm rather meek.
Yeah.
I
don't like confrontation. And I think I'm being taken advantage of.
Oh, you big meanie.
Thank you. All right. As long as we're talking about golf, let's talk about that. And we'll get to Mid-Plains because I know you've got some things you want to talk about. But are you guys off your little, I don't know, level up yet?
Have you come down off your high?
You know, a lot of people ask that, and no, I don't think we ever will. I just told Travis this morning, I said, I just can't stop replaying that last hole in my mind over and over and over again. And just, that's the kind of thing that golfers either dream of or have nightmares about.
Exactly.
You know, is having to make a putt on the 18th hole. Now, the best part, and I think, you know, and especially in our family, this has kind of gotten overshadowed a little bit. Cameron knew several holes before the 18th that our team had clinched the victory. I mean, really the only, you know, barring anything
drastic,
catastrophic, you know, she knew that the team had come in, all four of her teammates had come in with better scores from the day before, and we knew that we were firmly in the lead. She knew that. And that was the only part that was calming about the whole thing is we already knew there was a championship, you know, basically in the bag. And I think that helped, you know, kind of calm that down a little bit. But honestly, I didn't know, like on the 17th when I walked over to this, I walked away before they tied the hole. I thought that Cameron was 2 down going into 17. And, you know, I was kind of preparing like what to say to the other parents. And then somebody came running down there and said, she missed it. She missed it. She's still 1 down. And then you think, oh my gosh, this could happen. And then, you know, Cameron beat her on that hole and all of a sudden they're tied. And so I'm mentally preparing for a playoff.
Yeah.
That's what I thought was going to happen was a playoff. And that's very stressful, but it's also, Cameron's really good at playoffs. So I'm thinking, all right, she's got this. And then all of a sudden she had it in the bag. So
it's over.
Yeah. And if you see some of these videos, I do this weird little dance thing that I don't even recall. I don't know. A lot of people were laughing at me about it. And it was just pure, I don't know. That's what was inside, and it all it was left right there on the side of the green.
Anybody out there, again, that's golf knows it's a very tough game. Don't understand that until you try to hit the ball. It's just sitting there, and to make it do different things that you want it to do, you got to practice so much, and parents have to be willing to put in the time and effort to take their kids and have them play as many times as they can throughout the year in the summer and so forth. So there's a lot goes into it. But I'm glad you brought up the fact that the girls all went out and did better the second day.
Oh my gosh.
And if you're having a chance of becoming the state champion on your shoulders, and maybe whether the team wins a championship or not, that would be a lot to bear. So
I can't imagine.
The girls pulled through for her on that. So
absolutely. Yeah. Taylor Schaaf with a PR on the last day of state. I mean, those are the things that, you know, those girls will remember that for the rest of their lives. And to be a part of history is just, it's a really, really cool feeling.
Yeah.
And I think I was looking back, you know, to the 2020 and 2021, and 2020, we always laugh because we had no clue what we were doing. We just showed up in Columbus and somehow we won. And when you look at the picture, it's hanging over in the clubhouse. None of us are dressed alike. Like the girls aren't even dressed alike. And we're just a mess because we're all just like, what just happened? We just won a state championship.
Yeah.
And then you get the fever and you want it again and again and again. And yeah, we upped our fashion game.
Oh, you guys
for the last
great,
one.
yeah.
I had to give Brent Custer a hard time because we were down in the lobby Monday night of the hotel. You know, everybody's kind of gathered around, just chatting. And Brent looked at me and he goes, "What are we wearing tomorrow?" And I said, "Brent, do you think you would have ever asked me that question even maybe a year ago, 2 years ago?" And he goes, "No, I never would have." But we all try to coordinate and, match.
Yeah.
So,
well, it was a lot of fun to follow. I think everybody was, waiting for the next report. And I know there's a lot of communication available now through phones and so forth, but the anticipation was there, and the drama was there, and the results were great. And it's something that can never be taken away.
Somebody tweeted, if only the Nebraska Golf Association got a nickel for every time somebody refreshed the live scoring.
Oh, man. Yeah.
They'd be rich.
I replied and I said, well, I would have donated $50 and I was there. So.
Well, it's great. And I know you're proud of your daughter and the team. So congratulations.
Thanks.
Yeah.
We'll enjoy this one for a while.
Yeah. Long time.
Yeah.
Well, forever, actually.
Forever.
Yeah. All right. Now.
Changing gears, talking about Mid-Plains Community College with fall in full swing. Where are we at? Yeah, so we've got our second 8-week classes are scheduled to start on Monday. So we've got some folks that are coming in to register for those. If you are looking at, most of those second 8-week courses are shorter. Obviously, they're shorter in duration, but they're maybe a little bit like less credit hours, or you're not going to find a calculus class in the second 8 weeks is what I'm trying to say. Mm-hmm. But you might find like a class on Microsoft Excel or Microsoft Word, something along those lines that you can fit into 8 weeks manageably. So those start on Monday. If you're interested or you've been thinking about taking a class, you need to stop in and see me today. That is another thing that I want to mention is, I know that I've been gone a lot here lately, but on Monday and Tuesday, I have to go over to North Platte. So the campus will be open, but I will not be there. Okay. So if you are looking for me, you need to stop in today. Then the other thing I want to mention is we did do a little bit of shuffling with some classes that we had. So country dance actually is scheduled to start this Sunday. We had that scheduled to start 2 weeks ago, but we were waiting on a few people that needed to come in and get registered. So we pushed that back a couple weeks. We're looking to start that on Sunday. We still have room there. So if you would like to come in and learn how to country dance, we've got, looks like a fun group on already registered. So join them and grab a friend and bring them as well. So $40 a couple. We meet for, I was about to say 4 weeks, but I think it's 5 weeks. I'll have to look that one up. But you really get, a wide variety of country dancing. We've done this for a long time. Gary and Sandy Wright have taught this class for a long, long time, and everybody has fun in it. So if you're looking to learn to swing, come on down.
All right.
We'll be there on Sunday. We did have a class scheduled for this Friday, October 20th. That was our barn quilt class. However, remember, we have rescheduled that to November 8th. So you still got time to get registered for our barn quilts class. We've got a retirement seminar coming up that first week of November. So if you're interested in that, let us know. And then also we've got a class called Home Inspection, a guide for buying and selling. And this is really all about learning how to get your house ready to sell, what to expect if you're getting a home inspection for whatever reason, if you're either buying a house or you're getting ready to sell a house. So all of those classes you can go to our website and look for a full list. You can also register. You can pay for your class right there. It's very handy.
Okay.
So, yeah, got a lot of things coming up.
You do. All right. Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
I think you should learn to swing.
What?
That needs some context, Dave.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
I'm talking to you, Brent.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if people want to see me dance or not.
Well, of course they do.
I don't know.
That would be fun. I do know sometimes they have gone on field trips in their country dance class, like down to
really?
Where do they have those dances, down in Miller or somewhere?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a gatherings
So,
there. Get really good. You could go down to that big dance hall down towards St. Paul or down in that area.
Yeah.
They get it on down there.
all the way down to, it seems like there's dance halls all the way along that highway.
Wouldn't hurt if you learn how to polka if you're going to go down that way, too.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much.
Yes, thanks for having me, guys. And truly, thank you to KCNI, KBBN for all of the coverage this season. It's wonderful, and it's great that girls golf, first of all, girls, second of all, golf gets the coverage that we do. And we say this every year, but other teams come up to us and they're like, you guys have the most incredible following, which we do. I mean, we have the best spectators, and then there's no other radio stations that come and follow girls around. I mean, it's great, and the girls really appreciate it, and that's one of the first things they look for is Brent's articles that he writes about them. So,
well, that's great. I know Brent would be disappointed if he couldn't be there because it was you could hear it in his voice as the day was going on that he was as nervous as the parents were.
I think that, don't you think, the most calm people during that whole thing were the girls who were actually golfing?
Oh, yeah.
Aren't you thankful for that?
Absolutely.
I know I was. I'm like, I think, I was thinking about the girls as they went to the back nine. I'm like, I think everybody's, the calmest heartbeats right now in Broken Bow girls golf are the ones who are actually golfing. If the rest of us were out there, we would have been falling apart because I think that we had a lot more anxiety than the girls did.
Well, they have really grown, as leaders, and just being able to do that's a skill that you have to learn. And, our freshmen come in and they look to those older girls to learn those kinds of skills, and they do a great job.
How much time you got? I mean, we're kind of open, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just one more thing, and
Sure,
I think this is worth mentioning, and I kind of wish I would have talked about it a little bit more when the whole tournament was going on.
Mm-hmm.
This is 4 in a row. That's been done very few times in the state of Nebraska, and it's the first time it's ever been done in Class C.
Yep.
To make that happen, this goes way back beyond and before what this team did this year.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking about that on the drive home. I want to say that Jan Custard told me, I think it was Mr. Goodman, was it not, that actually started, I think, the girls golf
I believe so, yep.
team and program. And then, of course, Jan and Norm had a big part in growing it. I think of Coach Amy Taylor and now Coach Cooksley, you and Brent Custer and others. But then I started thinking of some of the girls. Jonna Olson's name came to my mind. Allie Rowden came to my mind. Your oldest daughter, what those teams started to do in the late 90s and early or in the 2000s, heading up to 2020 when this run began and everything. The success that has grown this goes back a ways as this program was developing, and a lot of people had a hand in it.
Absolutely.
And those people, in my opinion, deserve just as much credit.
I think that's why we get such a wide variety of followers for our team, because first of all, a lot of people golf. They might not be great at it, but a lot of people do it, and they go out, and when they're out there, then they see the girls and they see their dedication, and they're, say for a day like today, you're going to see at least 1 or 2 or 3 or the whole team of high school golfers out there. And that really, is you just don't see that very often. I mean, when you think about maybe a basketball player or a runner in track, they could go to practice and then they go home, and you might see them in their yard shooting some hoops or something like that. But it takes a lot of time and dedication to come out to the course every day and get better, and to, know that you have the ability to make those 6-foot putts and things like that. And I think that people see that and they see their dedication. Golf is it's an adult sport, really. I mean, we little kids, third graders, play on the same course that fully grown men do. So I just think it just has such a wide appeal. And yeah, it does go back many, many years. Jonna has come and talked to our team. She kind of kicked off our season this year, kind of talking to the girls about just setting goals and motivating, and, goals don't always have to be about scores, things like that. But we've really tried to do our due diligence, looking back on some of those golfers that have set the stage and built that program to where these girls could enjoy the success. So,
and just one last thing, the success of your program has gotten girls into golf. Because there are girls that Skylar Benjamin comes to my mind immediately. I want to say Avery Campbell was even one of those that I don't know if they really even, got into golf till they were in high school, but they wanted to be a part of this. And then the work that all three of us here know what it is to golf. And, to be a member, to be able to make the varsity golf team after you've only been golfing 2 years, that takes a lot of work and a lot of dedication, and girls have done that because they want to be a part of what's going on. I think that's pretty cool.
It is really cool, and we've got some bully golfers that they'll go out there. I mean, Cameron will go out and grab whoever she can find. Hey, come with me. Let's go to the course. A lot of times it's her brother. She's just dragging someone out there just to play and to get better and to keep going. And as Coach Cooksley said the other day at our pep rally, he told the girls this the night before, told them this out on the course, and then he said it again at the pep rally. Just keep swinging. Just keep on swinging. And, it might sound cliched, but I tell you, it's so true. Just keep going and never give up. And we did.
You did it.
So, well,
that's it. That's the bottom line. You did it.
Yeah.
And that'll have positive effects for years to come for some of the reasons that Brent just mentioned. There'll be more and more girls that want to get involved, and
we're
talking about that.
It almost sounds. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Dave, but it almost sounds. We're not done yet.
No,
we're not done yet. I mean, I'll tell you, we have a hashtag for next year. So, 5 sounds pretty darn good.
That would be good.
I mean, if you're going to make history, you might as well put it in stone. So we'll see what happens.
All right. Thanks, Casey.
Yeah, thanks,
Appreciate
guys.
it. We'll take a time out with these words on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Okay, everyone, gather round. It's time for corny jokes about passing the torch.
The team at Kirian's Welding was fused together solid.
Thanks for all the late nights and early shifts.
But double retirements mean the crew must bond with some certified new hires.
You've both gone the extra millimeter.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Our hiring platform instantly connects you with quality candidates, and you can schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from the Indeed dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Yeah, I'm so stressed. Our business is growing. We've got people all over now. Ooma. What is that? Meditation?
I'm recommending the Ooma cloud phone system with auto attendant and more than 50 features.
Ooma?
Yep. Switching to Ooma is a cinch. Just $24.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Now you're feeling it. Find small business calm at ooma.com/radio. That's OOMA.com/radio.
Gary's Superfoods open every day from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. in Broken Bow. Save right now on Open Acres boneless, skinless chicken breast, $3.49 a pound. 80% lean ground beef in a 10-pound tube is only $3.99 a pound. Delicious extra large green seedless grapes are $1.88 a pound. And save on red, yellow, or orange bell peppers at 5 for $5. General Mills cereals are 2 for $6, as are Frito-Lay dips, Sun Chips, or Doritos. Gary's Superfoods, South B Street in Broken Bow.
At a time when Get Up and Go seems to be in short supply, you've got to have a parts store on speed dial that you can trust.
For nearly 100 years, WinQuest has been here to keep central Nebraska on the move. And with well over 100 years of combined experience, our crew is dedicated to getting you the right part with the best possible service. Combine that with an inventory that's practically bursting at the seams, it's clear that your best move is to Napa. Get up and go to WinQuest, serving you since 1925, East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Harvest is here. Bruning Bank enables you to manage your finances from the field, combine, grain cart, or wherever you are with 24/7 access to your accounts. Check your balances with mobile banking, keep up with spending with at-a-glance account review, and enjoy the many uses and advantages of My Card. Learn more at bruningbank.com. Bruning Bank is extremely grateful for all the farmers and everyone who helps with harvest. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
8:35, we'll be hearing from Jeremy Shipe and Christy Wells a little bit later on in the show today. They're making their way to Gibbon, Nebraska, so that they can visit with the folks at Knee Knockers and get ready to have a good time going into the Halloween season. So be sure and stick around for that. We also have some tickets we're going to be giving away, I think, to the Missoula Theater.
I guess the actual presentation is not till Saturday, or it is coming up on Saturday, October 14th. So, yeah, we'll be giving those away.
Okay.
As the kids have been working really hard. I think they had their tryouts back on Monday, October the 9th. And if you have not been to a presentation of the Missoula Children's Theater, man, it is worth your time.
It's good.
These kids kind of put this together in just a few days. And they work really hard. They memorize their lines, and you never know what's going to happen in a live performance, and that's what makes it so cool. So, yeah, it'll be coming up and performing on Saturday, October 14th, so we'll give you a chance to maybe win some tickets to that and go see the kids perform.
All right, and Summer has a story about that, either coming up or on Sandhills Express right now for you to get details on that, but it's pretty neat. And some of the kids get all kinds of different parts because they have a number of different characters that will be played. Some of the kids get to play more than one even, so and they have to learn the lines and so forth. So as you say, it's a whole lot of fun. Circle V Stitch and Post is ready to go to work for you this fall going into the winter season. Located north of Broken Bow at 43920 Paulson Road. There is no reason to head out of town. Stop and take a look at Velma's in-stock merchandise in her shop, and she also has many catalogs of quality merchandise to find the perfect apparel or item that you would like to personalize. And embroidery is such a classy way to dress up your clothing with what you want to send, that message you want to send. And it could be a business promotion. It could be that you're a fan of a particular high school. Doesn't really matter what you want put on there because Velma can do it and do it in style. The school season letter jackets are something that she'll take care of if you want to get an extra one of those. And can work with the different school colors with you. She also carries gift items that you can look at: coasters, table runners, area rugs, unique, great quality of variety of styles. She carries cowhide that you can put your brand on, for instance, and placements, coasters, and so on. And more Western items include beautiful glassware, in-stock pitchers, cups, and other glassware. It's all there at Circle V. Call Velma and get your creation started today at 872-6173.
Quality Senior Villages, looking for people who are passionate about making a lasting difference in residents' lives. If you're not familiar with Quality Senior Villages, they are an assisted living facility to help those battling through Alzheimer's and dementia. And they are currently looking for the following: a medication aide. For evenings and night shift positions available, must be licensed. Also looking for resident caregivers. This would be an evening shift position available. Now for the resident caregiver, it's a trainable position. No specific license would be needed. Stop by Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow to pick up an application. They are located at 715 Arapahoe Lane in Broken Bow. Good benefits, generous PTO, VSP Vision Insurance, paid click family health care for full-time employees, and Colonial Life short-term disability, cancer, accident, dental, and life insurance available. These jobs are listed for you to view on the employment page of sandhillsexpress.com.
I don't want to really upset you during the show. That's not my goal, of course. But I've just been thinking about this Snaringer thing. And folks, Brent does receive what they call a talent fee for covering sporting events beyond his monthly salary. Yeah. So when he goes and does, sports coverage of the golf, he gets a little extra coin for that. But under the circumstances, now that I've learned what's happening here, that Gene Snaringer is going to expect some payment for his talent fee, mm-hmm. I'm considering deducting that amount of money from Brent's check today. And I know that Casey called me a meanie, but it's just business. I think I should go maybe talk to Stan about it at the Whiskey Barrel.
There you go. I bet... Yeah, I actually would like for you to talk to Stan about it. I would like to see whose side he would take on this.
Well, Casey was on your side, so I'm hoping Stan would be on my side with both the lawn bill and the Snaringer golf coaching bill. I guess now more so for you it'd be the golf information he provided for you mm-hmm. during the tournament. I could ask Stan about that. I think he would come up with some solutions to this issue, so maybe I'll withstand withholding payment from your check until I talk to Stan. So I'm going to put it on his shoulders because he can handle it. He knows everything.
Yeah, that's right, he can.
He also runs a spirit shop, and you can stop in and pick up adult spirits. You can also pick up Coca-Cola and Pepsi and Squirt and all the pops that are available out there nowadays, and non-alcoholic bubblies as well. And you'll find that the price is absolutely fair in comparison with other places. Stan does not do glitzy specials. He does not jack it up, behind the scenes. If he has a special, then, he thinks, well, then a lot of people have specials and get you in the door and then you pay more than you should for other things. He just doesn't do it that way. That's not the way Stan works. So come and enjoy a great conversation, a wide selection of your favorite adult beverages at Whiskey Barrel in Broken Bow on Highway 2, East Highway 2, right across from Gateway Motors, and they're open 7 days a week.
The Nebraska Department of Transportation has an exceptional opportunity for a highway maintenance worker to join their team in Broken Bow and Oconto. At Nebraska Department of Transportation, they reward their employees' hard work with a friendly and supportive work environment that encourages creativity and innovation. They provide training, career development, advancement opportunities, ample paid time off, work-life balance, and a comprehensive benefits package. To apply, go to this website, statejobs.nebraska.gov. An online state application must be completed. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity, veterans preference employer.
Universal Insurance, they have some new faces there that they would like you to just stop in and meet. Nate Bell with Universal Agency, a division of GTA Insurance Group, would like to have you meet the new faces at their shop. Stop in. They'll give you a warm welcome. Come and see Jennifer Gibbons and Tina Hurt anytime during their office hours Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. Let their smiles be the reason you keep coming back. Universal is located on Southeast Street in Broken Bow, which to most of us is Highway 2. Contact them by phone at 872-6438 or www.gtagroup.com.
Broken Bow United Methodist Church invites you out for their Trunk or Treat at the Methodist Church. Get your costumes ready. It'll be coming up on October 18th, this coming Wednesday. Hot dogs, chili dogs, and other yummy food will be served. Don't forget to wear your costumes. 6 o'clock supper and then trick or treat around the parking lot in your costumes at the Broken Bow United Methodist Church. That event is scheduled for October 18th, this coming Wednesday.
It used to bother me, Brent, when I would make business decisions such as the one I'm going to need to make and think, well, if I do it just right down the line business-wise, then some people are going to be unhappy with me and dislike me. But I have found as you get older, you don't really care. Sylvester's in Broken Bow. Yeah, you should have seen the look that Brent gave me that time. Sylvester's in Broken Bow. They are having they're a new band of Sylvester's. A lot of chatter about the Kyle Saylor Band. And people have been talking about it and buzzing about the great music they put out. It's a fusion of country rock that will have you dancing the night away. And you can dance the night away tonight at Sylvester's in Broken Bow from 9 until 1. Come early, get yourself a chair, get yourself ready to get up and do a little dancing, or just listen to a great band. They actually opened for Lee Bryce at the Nebraska State Fair this summer. The Kyle Saylor Band, their premiere at Sylvester's tonight. Get there and have some fun.
Pizza Hut in Broken Bow, ready to have you stop in and enjoy what they have to offer. They invite you to come on in and dine in. They want to remind you that the dine-in area is open now, so come on in and enjoy pizza there at the Hut. Of course, always ready to serve you carry-out or delivery. They are open 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Sunday through Thursday, and Friday and Saturday open till 11. Delivery 7 days a week during lunch and evening. They are looking for some help, I think, especially in the driver department for the delivery service. So contact Ladarius, the general manager at the Pizza Hut, if you're interested in joining the team. Looking for team members, offering wonderful benefits, flexible hours, competitive wage, and again, looking for drivers to help them in their delivery service. So give them a call today at the Pizza Hut.
Those Snickers are looking pretty good.
Yeah, you have a nice little birthday box here.
Yeah, very nice.
A lot of good stuff. And I do want to ask you about this stuff, though.
What is it?
Australian-made soft licorice candy, traditional black.
Oh, I love black licorice.
So you're a black licorice guy? I don't know if I've known you for 30 years. I don't know if I ever knew that you enjoyed black licorice.
I do. I like it. I don't like red so much, but I like the black.
Yeah?
And I think it goes back to childhood.
Oh?
My grandpa, Yancey, he always had a little black licorice around. And,
yeah?
And, maybe help him with the lawn or stay there. We stayed there off and on when we were kids. And he always had a little black licorice around. And he had some other types of candies that he would, he'd give you one. Mm-hmm. So I think maybe it's the memories of the licorice as much as the taste, but yeah, it's pretty good. Some people don't like it at all.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's nice. There's a bottle in there. What's the bottle? Is it?
Well, do you want me to
Will you touch
find out?
I don't know.
I'm going to guess. I kind of know. There you go.
That's a Seagram 7 bottle. That's just the right size.
You should have tied that into your whiskey barrel. Live read.
I should have.
There you go.
That's the handy size.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Black licorice and Seagram 7. That's a great combination.
Something to wash it down with.
Oh, my gosh. I forgot to mention, I don't want you to get embarrassed, Brent, but it's National No Bra Day today.
Oh. Okay. Thanks.
But it's not what you think.
Announcing that.
It's not what you think.
Oh, it's not. Okay.
We're not going to go back to the wonderful 1970s. We're going to be promoting Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Ah, okay.
That's what it's all about. Going braless today is supposed to encourage breast cancer awareness. So it's up to you folks out there. Moving along. Did I mention it's the Navy's birthday today?
You did.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. It's also World Egg Day.
World Egg Day.
The International Egg Commission, very important group, declared October 13th as World Egg Day. Now.
That's okay with me. I love eggs.
I like eggs.
Yep. How do you prefer your eggs?
Over easy.
That's me.
Yeah.
Yes. I like over easy and then pop them and then kind of take the toast and slop up the yolk or whatever.
Yeah, I'm with you.
The runniness.
Yes. I prefer just bread with butter on it to sop it up.
Really? You don't toast it?
No.
Oh.
It sops better. And you can put butter on it. Anything you can put butter on. I know you can put butter on toast.
Yeah.
Too.
Okay.
Yeah. 4 eggs over easy and a slice of bread with butter on it.
And a side of bacon.
No bacon.
No? Oh.
Not usually.
I got to have bacon.
Yeah. Well, it's Porktober, you know.
Yes, there you go.
And,
good combination. There you go. Today, enjoy bacon and eggs.
Yeah, there's an ad that I recorded for Thomas Livestock that reminds you it's not, everybody thinks pork, and the first thing that comes up is bacon. But you got sausage and biscuits.
Yes.
You have pork chops.
Oh, pork chops on the grill. Good
you have
stuff.
Ham.
Mm-hmm.
They had a whole bunch of examples that are, yes, bacon is put on just about everything anymore, but
bacon makes it better.
Yeah, but pork, it's very good, and it also is very affordable.
There you go.
Compared to a lot of the competitive proteins out there. We'll take a time out. We'll come back right after this.
There's a lot of uncertainty in ag and business today. The market, input costs, the weather. One thing you can always count on is Nebraska State Bank looking for ways to help local ag producers and businesses be successful. Right now, NSB is running an ag and commercial equipment loan special that features a 7.24% fixed interest rate for qualified customers. You heard that right, 7.24% fixed interest rate. Call one of their local experienced ag loan officers at 872-2466 to find out more about this limited-time loan special. Nebraska State Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Is pain keeping you from doing what you love? If your neck, shoulders, back, or knees are preventing you from feeling your best, it's time to take action. Whether you've had it for years or it's due to a recent injury, you don't have to live with the pain. Pearson Physical Therapy of Broken Bow offers personalized treatments and flexible appointments that work around your busy schedule. Call Pearson Physical Therapy at 872-5800 or visit us on the web at pearsonpt.com. The treatment you need, the care you deserve.
Grazer's Bar and Grill in Arnold has put themselves on the map with their excellent food and fun atmosphere, and they're adding more. Follow them on Facebook to check out their weekly specials. Watch the Husker football and volleyball games on one of their several big screens. And this Friday night special is chicken piccata and surf and turf, which is an 8-ounce New York strip and crab legs. And Saturday night special is prime rib and all-you-can-eat shrimp and chicken piccata. Grab your friends and head over to Grazer's Bar and Grill in Arnold, where good friends meet.
The Food for Youth Challenge is underway, and our KCNI KBBN studios are a drop-off point. Last year's Food for Youth campaign collected over 5,500 snacks and meals for Custer County backpack programs and food pantries. With your help, we can beat that number this year. Through October 18th, bring canned food items, boxed food, peanut butter, or gift cards to our local grocery stores to our studios. Together, we'll fill those backpacks and food shelves so the youth in our area can avoid hunger.
I love the morning show.
Wake up with us. We sound way better than this. KCNI KBBN Radio.
It is 8:53, and it's my understanding we have a mystery guest on the phone line. Brent, do we dare bring it up?
I don't know. It always gets nerve-wracking when Kristen approaches us here in the studio and says, I think you might want to take this call.
Yeah. Well, let's find out. Let's find out who we have. Our mystery guest is. Who are we talking to?
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Dave.
Nice.
Is this the Barnett?
This is Emily Barnett, along with Carl and Bonnie Barnett, reporting in Eudora, Kansas, wishing Dave Burney an early happy 70th birthday.
Oh, boy. Emily, you just made the day. How are the kids doing?
How are you guys doing? Good. What are you doing right now? They're painting pumpkins.
Oh, so how do you like your new digs, Emily?
You know, it's different, but it's been great.
Good. A lot of work to get settled in, I know. How's Kurt like his new job?
He is definitely enjoying it. It was a good change for him.
Good. Well, thank you so much. Boy, oh boy, to hear the kids' voice. I wish they were here playing in the lobby right now.
I know. They would love to see Miss Kristen and Dave and everybody and probably get a treat or two, I would imagine.
Oh, yes, definitely. We'd get them all sugared up for you just like we always did.
Of course, tradition.
Oh, gosh. So are you ready for... Thank you very much. Is that Carl, Bonnie, Marianne?
Yes. We miss you guys.
We miss you, Emily. Come see us sometime.
Absolutely. Will do. You guys want to go visit Broken Bow sometime? Yeah. You say miss you.
Miss you.
Miss you guys. Thanks for calling.
Always has Paw Patrol or something on her computer.
Kristen always has Paw Patrol on her computer.
Oh, good. That's great. Emily, so good to hear your voice.
You too, guys. We miss you. Have a great birthday weekend.
All right. Thanks a lot. We'll be in touch.
Say bye.
Bye.
Oh, man. That was great.
Now, aren't you glad you took that call?
Yes. I was afraid of Gene Sneringer. Yeah. Still stay in touch with Emily a little bit, but as time goes along, you know, she is busy with 3 kids, settling into a new home. Kurt has a new job down there. She's closer to her sisters and her dad and so forth, so I think she's having a great time. But she's one that we'll miss for a long time because she was just so much fun to be around.
Yeah, and she was, if people don't know, Emily was part of our news team here, and she was kind of involved in the news department and worked for KCNI, KBBN for how long?
I think she was over 5 years altogether. Yeah, and part of the time she was full-time, and then she had Carl, and then she was able to come back and work some part-time, and along came Bonnie, and kind of the same scenario. She liked doing the news, and she was, I think she liked doing what she was doing here. I always was amazed when I would be out here and Emily would be here after Carl was born or Bonnie was born. Didn't get to see so much of Marianne because she was just born, not that long ago. But for her to go in and do voice tracks and record news with one of those with those bags they hold kids on, they put over their shoulder somehow, and she would stand there and do recordings with either Carl or Bonnie, and especially Carl. He was a big boy to start with, you know, standing there doing that recording, and good memories. I think about some of the other gals who worked here. We've always been pretty easygoing. We like having the kids around. We was talking with Aubrey the other day. Brandy Warren worked here. She was our part-time news director, and she had 3 wonderful little girls, and she'd bring them out, and we'd get a chance to color with them in the kitchen while she wrote a news story. And it's always good to have kids around.
Yep.
It's nice. And it's nice to have young people around, like Summer Yarrington, who has just started the news position.
Yes.
And doing a great job. We've been having fun with Summer, and Teresa, our new salesperson. I hope they're getting settled in here. We don't like turnover that well, but when we do have it, we're happy for if they're going on to something else like Emily and Kurt. That's a good thing, right?
Yep.
And then there's guys that keep coming back after they leave.
Yeah, what's wrong with those guys?
Well, and that's the kind of people that are used to adjusting to the fact they may not get paid for what they did.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see here.
I won't comment.
Okay, don't.
All right.
No, it's a happy day.
There you go.
Birthdays on today calendar, Jerry Rice.
Oh, yeah. One of the best wide receivers of all time. Maybe the best wide receiver of all time in the NFL.
61 today.
Wow.
Paul Simon, one of the best singer-songwriters over the years, a Hall of Famer. Of course, the duo Simon and Garfunkel was huge, and he's really successful on his own with 16 Grammy Awards, including a Lifetime Achievement Recording Academy Award. He's 82 today. Marie Osmond is 64 today. The only sister of the famous Osmond brothers, has her own career going and personality on TV, does real well. Nancy Kerrigan.
Oh, yes, the ice skater.
54 today, sadly known more for her 1994 injuries by allies of rival Tanya Harding, rather than for winning the silver medal in Lillehammer. And Sammy Hagar.
Yeah, Sammy. Man, how old is Sammy?
76.
Wow.
Can't drive 55.
No way.
Yep. Why can't this be love?
Mm-hmm.
A couple of his. It's 9 o'clock. News is next.
You're listening to The Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN Radio.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News special report. The U.S. in lockstep with Israel in the 7-day-old war with Hamas.
The United States has Israel's back, and that is not negotiable. And it never will be.
Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin after meeting with Prime Minister Netanyahu in Tel Aviv, hours after Israel ordered more than 1 million people to leave northern Gaza within 24 hours. CBS's Robert Berger reports from Jerusalem.
That probably signals a massive Israeli assault on the area. But even the UN says it's impossible for 1 million people to leave. There's no transportation. There's little food and water.
In the West Bank, protesters marching in a show of solidarity with Palestinians in Gaza. The war has claimed over 2,800 lives on both sides. The UN says 447 children have been killed in Gaza. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Monsi Bolaños.
The Denver Broncos are officially releasing veteran pass rusher Frank Clark. Clark will now be a free agent after playing in just 2 games for Denver. Last night, the Broncos lost to the Kansas City Chiefs in Week 6 of the NFL. 19-8 was the final score. Patrick Mahomes threw for 306 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. And in Major League Baseball, it was a good night for Nick Castellanos and the Phillies.
And the 1-2 to Castellanos. Swung on, hit in the air, blasted deep to left field. No doubt about this one. Into the foot of the second deck, a solo home run.
Phillies radio network on the call. They ended up beating the Atlanta Braves 3-1 to advance to the NLCS, where they will be facing the Arizona Diamondbacks. Castellanos hit 2 homers in the win, also hit 2 homers in Game 3, becoming the first player in postseason history with back-to-back multi-homer games.
Here's a look at your weatherology forecast. For today, a high wind warning continuing. Any lingering showers wrapping up early in the day, otherwise cloudy and very windy, with our temperatures fairly steady in the 40s. Winds out of the northwest at 30 to 40 miles per hour. Then for tonight, mostly cloudy, a low of 37. North and northwest winds 20 to 30. And for Saturday, looking to stay dry up to 49. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Caro.
Okay, everyone, gather round. It's time for corny jokes about passing the torch.
The team at Kirian's Welding was fused together solid.
Thanks for all the late nights and early shifts.
But double retirements mean the crew must bond with some certified new hires.
You've both gone the extra millimeter.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Our hiring platform instantly connects you with quality candidates, and you can schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from the Indeed dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Yeah, I'm so stressed. Our business is growing. We've got people all over now.
Ooma.
What is that? Meditation?
I'm recommending the Ooma cloud phone system with auto attendant and more than 50 features.
Ooma?
Yep. Switching to Ooma is a cinch. Just $24.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Now you're feeling it. Find small business calm at ooma.com/radio. That's OOMA.com/radio.
Prepare your lawn for the long winter by applying Winterizer fertilizer from Arrow Seed now. Winterizer fertilizer promotes rejuvenation and recovery from summer stress and builds a strong, healthy plant for better winter survival. Choose from the 16-pound bag that covers 5,000 square feet or the 50-pound professional-grade controlled release formula that covers 15,000 square feet. By applying these highly effective Winterizer fertilizer formulas now, you are giving your lawn a healthy head start when spring arrives. Stop in to Arrow Seed in Broken Bow for your winter fertilizer today.
Sure, we've been scaring the bejeebers out of you at Knee-Knocker Woods for 10 years now, but it ain't all scary. New this season, Grandma Grimm's Jack-o'-lantern Jaunt is perfect for brave children and skittish grown-ups. It's all the fun without the fright. Plus all kind of games to play, monstrously good eats, and a gift shop that'll make your Halloween complete. Knee-Knocker Woods in Gibbon is open every weekend in October. Pick up your discount coupon at Pump and Pantry.
Don't be scared, Daddy. I'll hold your hand.
Get your tickets now at knee-knockerwoods.com.
Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers is proud to be servicing the Custer County area, and currently land is moving at a high rate of speed. So if you are considering selling your land, now is the time, or get an opinion of what your land might be worth. Call me, John Farley, at 308-530-7854, or check me out at lashleyland.com.
All right, 9:05. What a nice day. My staff here, so nice to me. Emily calling in and putting business aside. Brent, you and I are getting along pretty well. Gene Snaringer situation. We'll deal with that on another day.
Yeah, there you go.
41 degrees under a cloudy sky. Winds have picked up. I don't know if they've picked up. They're still up over 50 miles per hour at times this morning, so be careful out there. It's going to happen this way all the way through about 7 o'clock or so tonight. The rain should go away here early today, but we're going to remain cloudy and windy, so we're going to get pushed around a little bit here today. We did receive 4 inches and 20 hundredths as of 7 o'clock this morning. From 7 o'clock yesterday morning, we had 11 hundredths in the gauge before that, so we're up to 4 inches and 59 hundredths for the month all of a sudden. And we also received word from Lori east of Westerville. They had 1.80 inches there. Gary measured just over 5 inches right here in Broken Bow yesterday. And as Brent mentioned, we've made the news, probably broke a record or two with that amount of rainfall in one day here in October. So a little wet out there. I'm sure we're going to be standing still for harvest for a while, so enjoy a little time off, a little rest. There are a couple of benefits taking place this weekend that we can tell you about, one in Mason City and one up at Taylor. And I should do that right now since I promoted it. And then we're going to give some tickets away to the Missoula Theater in a moment, so stay tuned. But the benefit for the Corbin family takes place in Mason City tomorrow on Saturday from 5 until 8 p.m. to help Dakota and Christine with expenses after the birth of their baby girl. And they expect to have several surgeries on the little baby following birth, and they will be unable to work 2 weeks prior to the delivery, and they'll probably be at the hospital most of the time after, so it's going to be costly. They could sure use a hand. The Corbin Family Benefit, 5 p.m. until 8 p.m. Tomorrow at the Mason City Community Center. And then also the Benefit Ranch Rodeo at the Taylor Rodeo Grounds for Brecken Tierney, who was diagnosed with leukemia. Live and silent auction will be held. Calcutta at 10 o'clock on Sunday. Ranch Rodeo to follow. Halfway through the rodeo, they'll have auction. This is all for Candace, Brecken, and Holt, who are staying in Omaha while Brecken undergoes treatments. And so they're going to be there for a while, and they both work here, so they're going to need a hand. Those are two very important benefits. As we mentioned, the Missoula Children's Theater having 2 performances at the middle school auditorium on Saturday, and we have a couple of chances here. I guess there's 1 ticket in each envelope, and they're made available by The Secret Garden. Is that correct?
Well, no, The Secret Garden is the play that they are presenting.
I'm sorry.
I misled. That was my fault. I misled you. The Secret Garden is going to be the play that they perform at the Missoula Children's Theater. The kids had tryouts back on Monday, October the 9th. They've been working hard all week, and now they will show off their talents for performances set for Saturday, October 14th at the Middle School Auditorium in Broken Bow. Showtimes are scheduled for 1 o'clock and 3:30 in the afternoon. So we're going to give you a chance to win a ticket to go see the Missoula Children's Theater performance coming up this weekend. We'll just take the first 2 calls, and we'll give you a ticket to see the kids perform through the Missoula Children's Theater.
Give us a call at 872-2801. First two callers.
October, that beautiful time of year in Nebraska where we don't know if it's going to freeze, rain, snow, or be shorts-wearing weather. Frozen goods always need chilly temperatures, though, and Brent and the crew at Lines Appliance invite you to go in to check out their selection of freezers. Whether you need lots of space for that deer or just a little space for some hamburger, check out their selection. While you're there, lay your eyes on the great laundry pairs on the floor. Whirlpool, Amana, Maytag, KitchenAid, they're at Lines Appliance with delivery available. There is no need to go out of town.
It's Porktober, and Porktober month is a big celebration for Thomas Livestock. They want you to help celebrate by enjoying your favorite pork product all month long. Look, we all know it's about the bacon and how the smell of bacon can get even the most cranky of morning people out of bed. But how about those eggs and ham or sausage to go with those pancakes? And then there's sausage, gravy, and biscuits for a hearty start to any cold day. Harvest is in full speed, and Thomas Livestock would like to remind you that they buy corn. Just call 872-2020 for current pricing. Pack your Harvest Crew ham sandwiches for lunch or grill them Husker chops after a long day. They also know football season doesn't get any better than pork ribs on the grill and bacon wrapped, well, let's just say it, with everything. Football and pork makes game day a success. Thank you from Thomas Livestock for supporting Pork Month and the pork industry.
With 2 locations in Broken Bow, 1 in Myrna, and 1 in Callaway, the Nebraska State Bank strives to make banking easy for their customers. You can also visit them on the web at nesb.net to discover the wide variety of banking products they have to offer. Nebraska State Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, thanks for your calls. Enjoy the play tomorrow, and those times again, Brent?
1 and 3:30 at the middle school auditorium here in Broken Bow.
Sylvester's just reached out to us. Unfortunately, they'll not have the band we've been promoting. The band unable to make it to Sylvester's tonight, so they have postponed and or canceled that. We don't know the reason why, but the bottom line is that Sylvester's wanted everybody to know, so they won't be disappointed that they will not have a band tonight as advertised. But you can still go out to Sylvester's and probably watch some football and baseball on the big screens and, order in a pizza or whatever. Still have a good time there. Just won't have a live band tonight.
Yeah, there you go.
Also, we did receive word that Team Physical Therapy phones are back up.
Good.
So you can use the regular phone lines now for Team Physical Therapy. That's good news there. We have not received word from Jeremy or Christy. They may be lost in the forest.
I was just going to say they're lost in the woods at Knee Knocker Woods. They've been attacked by zombies.
They'll never come back from Gibbon, but you can go down and see if you can find them.
There you go.
They do have a pretty cool deal going this year. They've added kind of a little kids friendly walk through that won't be scary for them. I think that'll be interesting to find out what that's like.
Yeah,
and then they can really scare you on the.
That's what I hear. I'll be honest. I'm a wimp. I haven't had the courage to go through the woods yet, but it is. This has become a nationally known place during the Halloween season. People come from all over, I think, the nation, if not even outside the country, to experience Knee Knocker Woods.
Yeah, and the way they create them, everything is high tech, right? I mean,
animatronics is what they use. Yeah, you will get to see zombies coming after you, is what I understand.
And for days after, you'll see them.
Yeah, probably.
We'll take a time out. We have some Elton John lined up for you, and we'll await our connection with the guys down in Gibbon. Stay tuned.
The grocery cart is open every day from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. for you. Right now, save on Hormel lean and tender pork cutlets at just $2.68 a pound. GK's certified Angus beef chuck roast is $6.28 a pound. Or pick up Wimmer's Little Smokies at 2 for $8. Blue Bonnet stick margarine pounds are 3 for $5, as are Progresso traditional, light, or protein soups. In produce, 3 varieties of fall squash are available at 68 cents a pound. Right now, earn 500 rewards points when you buy 10-pound bags of Best Choice russet potatoes at $4.98. Grocery Cart, East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Have you ever asked a farmer if they talk to their fields?
Promise me you'll grow nice and tall. You got that? No, you were corn in 2013, not 2014. Hope you were thirsty. You think Cheryl's still mad at me?
After all that talking, sometimes it's time to listen. Your field has a voice, and John Deere Operations Center helps you hear it. Unlock every acre's full potential by using both agronomic and economic data. Visit johndeere.com/operations center and unlock your operation.
They run errands and equipment. They bring parts and dinner. They drive the combine and the kids to school. They feed livestock. They fix skinned knees, broken fences. They do the books and lead the forest.
Benny and the Jets, Elton John, right here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show back in the 1970s. And every time I hear that song, I think about laying under a 1969 Pontiac with Gary Coleman trying to change out the transmission.
Trisha Yearwood has a song that was a hit called The Song Remembers When.
Yeah.
There's a lot of truth to that, isn't there? I mean, sometimes when you hear a song, it brings back a memory.
It does. We are awaiting a connection from, there it is right there. So, Brent, why don't you run through our sports before we go down to Gibbon?
Yeah, we'll give you a quick rundown. Today, busy day. Again, the Arcadia Loup City, Nebraska Christian football game that we were going to broadcast for you last night because of the weather got moved to this afternoon. So we'll have that for you with a kickoff at 2 o'clock. That'll be on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com. And then tonight on KBBN Radio, we'll have Anselmo Myrna traveling to Callaway to take on South Loup. Kickoff for that game, 7 o'clock. On KCNI Radio, of course, we'll have Broken Bow football for you tonight. Broken Bow takes on Ord. Kickoff at 7 o'clock. We'll broadcast that on KCNI. And then a big day tomorrow. We'll be at North Platte Community College for the final day of the MNAC Volleyball Tournament. We'll have the semifinals featuring Sandhill Setford against South Loup, followed by Anselmo Myrna against Twin Loup. Semifinals scheduled to start at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and then we'll have the third-place consolation and championship matches to follow. All of that on KBBN Radio tomorrow and also on our live video stream.
All right, Brent, thanks a lot. Again, Sylvester's in Broken Bow got a hold of us just a little while ago. Their band they were going to have tonight has been able to make the trip, so the band tonight at Sylvester's has been canceled. And also Team Physical Therapy had their phones down earlier. They're back up, so you can just call the regular number there. Looks like the guys are hooked up. We'll get a little cross-town traffic going and see if they're ready to go. Here's